Rise and shine, fierce Falcons. It's Mr. Maga coming to you live and direct from the Falcon Nest. And today, it's not just any day, it's Friday. Which means it's time for another Senior Spotlight edition. That's right. Seniors are looking kind of strange right there, but it's all right. Now, Falcons, brace yourselves, because whether you're ready or not, and I'm sure we all are, there are only 5 more Fridays left until summer vacation. Yes, 5, not 50, not 15, 5, y'all. Seniors, this part is for you. That's it. No more summer vacation like the last 12 years. No more I'll sleep all day and do nothing. It's time to hit the ground running and enter adulthood. Bills are coming, alarms are coming, responsibilities are coming. Good luck. We believe in you. Okay? Yes, we do. We do believe in you. But before we get into today's Senior Spotlight, let's pause for a moment of patriotism. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and Texas Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, one and indivisible. Remain standing for a moment of silence. And now the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Falcons, you may be seated. Teachers, at this time, go ahead and activate your Falcon vision. Scan the room and make sure all scholars are in full uniform or proudly rocking that Idea Spirit shirt. And Falcons, quick reminder, if you're in uniform, only hoodies allowed are Idea or university gear. So if you're wearing something else, go ahead and put it away before it gets taken away. All right, Falcons, let's get into what you've been waiting for this Friday. Senior Spotlight. Today, we've got a dynamic duo joining us today. 2 seniors ready to share their high school journey, the good, the funny, and the please don't remind me of that moment memories. Gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves to your viewers this morning.
I'm Brandon Putt.
And I'm Julian Acosta.
Excellent. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Julian, for that warm introduction. I'm going to go ahead and start with the questions for today with Mr. Brandon. Mr. Brandon, talking about your senior journey, right? What is one lesson high school has taught you that you'll carry forever?
One lesson that high school taught me that I'll probably carry forever is like to not procrastinate. You know, I'm a big procrastinator and I do everything last minute. So all my assignments, my projects, they're all done like day of. And hopefully then, I hope I get a good grade, but most of the time I really don't.
Got it? I mean, you don't? Oh, God.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing a trend here, this procrastination, and I think hits everyone. I got to admit, I'm guilty of it as well. But we gotta step forward, right? Keep going. All right, Mr. Brandon, question number 2. What high school accomplishment are you most proud of within this 4-year of your journey?
I think the biggest accomplishment for myself is probably my character development. I think that's like the biggest thing I'm really like proud of. I think over the course of 4 years, I was able to like finally see myself as a person and like grow and find my identity, you know, figure myself out.
Yeah, it's always good to find yourself, right? And not still by this time be like, oh shoot, well, you know, what am I going to do, or who am I? What does the future hold for me? That's good, excellent. It's all about growing, right? All about growing. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to jump over here with Mr. Julian. Mr. Julian, thinking about your high school journey, right? How have you grown, right, as a person, as a student? As an individual over the past 4 years of high school?
Well, I'd say that I'm definitely more like social. I'm more sure of myself. I think when I started out as like a freshman, I was still like really like worried about how like I'd be perceived and all that.
Right.
And you know, I didn't know what I wanted to do, who I really was.
Well, growing as a person, right? You're just finding yourself also the same thing, right? Getting out of your comfort zone and getting out there. Yeah, I remember I had you for RTTC class, very quiet and all, but hey, you've come a long way, my man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Truly proud of you. Excellent. That's right. Yeah. All right, Mr. Julian. Question number 2. What's one moment in high school that you'll never forget, right? Within these 4 years, talking about high school, what's one thing that you'll never forget about your high school journey?
I would probably have to say like the senior prom that we had recently. You know, it was a lot of fun, and you saw everyone that like you've known for so long, and this is kind of like that final, I guess, except graduation, right? Like the final big get-together we'd all have.
I'm glad you attended. You know, that's, like you say, that's one of the last times that you're actually going to come together as a class, right, to hang out with each other besides graduation time. And then after graduation time, once that's released, right, unfortunately that's one of sometimes the last time you ever get to see those persons sitting right next to you, right? Or that you've seen these past 4 years. Excellent. Yes, that is very true, truly heartbreaking, yeah. So, getting a little bit out of the seriousness of the segment this morning, we're going to get into a little bit of funny questions right here with Mr. Brandon. What's your go-to excuse when you didn't do your homework and did it work?
My go-to excuse was probably like, what homework? And I'll probably ask like, I probably never even got that assignment, which I probably did, but I never did it.
Very good, yeah. You're just kind of like, what? Right?
Yep.
Yeah, now, Mr. Prudd, you got siblings here, right?
Uh-huh.
Make sure you don't use that excuse. Teachers, keep that in mind. If they use it, don't accept it. All right, Mr. Brandon. Second question. If your high school life were a movie, right, what would it be called? Or what would it be?
I think it would be called like the never-ending cycle. You know, wake up 5 days early in the morning, go to school, you know, get done there, go home, eat, then you get ready to go to work. You know, it's like a never-ending cycle.
A never-ending cycle. Kind of like the never-ending story, right? It just keeps going and going and going, right?
Yeah, it just never.
It never ends.
Never
Excellent.
ends.
Excellent. All right, Mr. Julian, little funny part here for the segment. What's your most I can't believe I did that moment within your high school journey?
I would have to say I discovered it recently. Yesterday, Harrison gave us back like these old letters that we wrote from like freshman year. And I was like, oh, what did I write? And I'm reading through it, and I was like, man, this is like lame. Like, what was I talking about, man? Like, it was embarrassing, man. Like, I don't even.
It was embarrassing for yourself, right?
It was rough.
Okay, yeah, I think, freshmen, we kind of still out there coming up with some crazy ideas, right? Mm-hmm. But it's a good time to reflect on that time to see how much you've changed, right?
For sure.
Excellent. Good job on those letters, Ms. Harrison. Now, question number 2, which class this year feels like it lasts 47 hours and why? Teachers, listen up.
Hey. Well, I would have to say, like on a bad day, probably like, I don't know, like chem sometimes, Just because it's like something that you got to stay like real attentive on or else you're lost.
Yeah.
And on days where you're like completely tired, you're like, what's going on?
So one of those days, if
on
you're
and
tired
on.
and you're sleepy and all this,
No, it's over.
it gets rough, right? It gets over. Excellent. All right, final question, real quick. Let's go into this final question. If there's one teacher, staff member, coach that you would like to shout out, give them a quick shout out here right quick before we get into the final stuff. Brandon.
The one teacher I would probably, actually two. I want to shout out
All right.
is probably Mr. Demetrio and Ms. Sanchez. Mr. Demetrio really helped me develop as a person, find my identity. And Ms. Sanchez, she was like someone who always believed in me into thinking like I can always do it and always push me to like do better.
All right, so Ms. Sanchez, Mr. Hernandez, excellent job on teaching these kiddos. Yes. All right, I know it's 8 o'clock, y'all, but let's go ahead and keep going here with the senior segment. We do have the green light to stay back here just a couple of more minutes. Mr. Julian, same question. Who is a teacher, staff member, coach that you would like to shout out?
Like Brandon said, definitely, Mr. Hernandez, all the NHS stuff and like all that, he's always been pushing me to be better. And also Miss Arroyos, like I think she's been such a nice teacher. She's like done a lot for me too, even though like I've definitely like annoyed her in the past and all that. She's still like written like letters for me and all that. I really appreciate her.
Excellent. So again, Hernandez and Miss Arroyos, right? Excellent job on doing that and for our kiddos. Excellent. Applause to you. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We wish you nothing but success in the future and happiness and at least some idea of what you're going to do after graduation. Now, Falcons, we transition into the last piece of our segment today. We're going to go with birthdays, lunch, and weather. Birthday shout-outs for today. Happy birthday to 8th grader Dylan Lujan and senior Rebecca Cervantes. We hope your day and your weekend is filled with fun, laughter, and great memories, and most importantly, extra cake. Excellent. So now, weather report. Today it's shaping up to be a warm and windy day. We've got a high of 80 degrees and a wind speed between 4 and 17 miles per hour, with gusts reaching up to 28 miles per hour. So today's menu, cheese or pepperoni pizza, zucchini moons, yes, moons, we didn't question it, and a celery and carrot ranch cup. So Falcons, bring your appetite because today might actually be a pizza kind of day. And that's all for today's broadcast. Before we head out now, gentlemen, who are going to be the next 2 lucky seniors joining us for next Friday's segment?
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Zoe.
And Zoe. Caitlin and Zoe, you're up to bat. We'll see you again next Friday. I'm Mr. Maga, reminding you one last time, Only 5 more Fridays until summer break. Stay focused, stay strong, and enjoy the weekend because Monday is already warming up. Falcon Flock Feed, out.